Hey, what's up guys? So last video we covered operators, and today we're going to talk about if statements and else statements. Well, yeah, if statements. Alright, so basically all an if statements is you can think of two roads that your program is going towards, and at the end of the road you have two places to go. Either you're going to go left or you're going to go right. And basically that's what if and else statements are. Oh, not this link. Here are all the possible conditions for the if and else statements. You have equals, not equals, less than or equal to, greater than, and greater than or equal to. And yeah, it's really not hard to use. So basically, here's an example. We're gonna say x equals 1. And then we're going to say if x is less than 1. And then, alright, so this is how you're going to start your if statement. You're going to start it with if, and then you're going to start your condition, and then you're going to put a colon. After that, you're going to press enter, and you're going to be indented. You're going to be one tab over. It's either one tab or 4 spaces. Sometimes you'll get random errors because of this issue, because of the spacing issue. So it's always nice to make sure your program is correct. Make sure that your spacing is correct, because you'll get an error and the error won't be specific at all, but it'll just be this. And I can't stress how annoying that error is, especially when nothing's wrong and then it's oh, it's a spacing issue. So yeah, so if x is less than 1, print x is less than 1. Else print x is not less than 1. Alright, so this is an if statement. So if x is less than 1, it's going to print this. If this condition isn't met, no matter what, then it's going to print this else statement. So that's basically all that is. And then we're going to type in Python 3 test.py, and then x is not less than 1. Now if I changed x to -2, then it'll say x is less than 1. So it meets this condition. We also have another thing called elif statements. So basically what that means is it's gonna check this first, and then after it checks this first, then it's gonna check this elif statement, and then it's gonna check the else. So it's gonna say elif x is equal to 1, print x is equal to 1. And then, yeah. Oh, I need to change this. Save. And it shows that x is equal to 1. Because basically what this did was it checked this, realized that's not a thing, then it checked this, and I was like, alright, cool, we're going to stop right here. Now, here's what I want you to do. So we covered if this is honestly the bare minimum of if statements, so you should be able to use them at this point. This in here are all the conditions that you can use. Now let's say we wanted to make a program to tell whether or not a number is even or odd. You have the knowledge to do it. Actually, you don't. Let me tell you this last thing that you don't. I should have covered this during my print statements, but you can take a user's input by typing in input. Well, you're going to want to save the input. So you're going to type in x equals input, and then you can put whatever you want here. This is going to be the text that displays to the user. So you're going to say, give me a number. And remember the spacing, because this is important. You're gonna be like, oh, this doesn't look nice whenever you print it, and you're always gonna beat yourself up. So you're gonna say, give me a number, and then whatever you type in here, it's gonna be a string. So if I type clear, if I type 1, it's not gonna work because it's a string. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to convert this string into an int. I didn't show you guys how to do that either. I just showed you guys how to convert things into a string. So you're going to want to put int, and basically what this is doing is it's going over it's gonna take in this, and since it's just a number, it's going to become an int when it checks this condition. I mean, x is going to always be a string, but whenever it checks the condition, it's going to say, okay, x, all right, x, I'm going to turn you into an integer because you're just a number. And then let's see if you're less than 1. And then let's see if you're equal to 1. And then if you're not less than 1 and you're not equal to 1, all right, then x is not less than 1. It's just going to go straight to the else. So save this. And then go over it. And 1. And then x is equal to 1. Alright, cool. So now that you know how to do this, you have all the ingredients and all the knowledge to make a program that can tell me whether a number is even or odd. I feel like this is one of my first homework assignments when learning programming. So I go ahead and pause the video and just think about it. Like, it's honestly no rush. It's just a YouTube video, so just pause it, take your time, and try to figure it out. And if you figure it out, awesome. You can just check back to double check your work. And if you can't, that's also fine. I mean, it always takes time to learn. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Go ahead and pause the video. Alright, bet. So let's go ahead and go over the solution. It's not hard. And if you got it, great. And if you didn't, that's also fine. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, I see now. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you wanna do is you're gonna just start out with an input. So you're gonna say x equals inputs. Give me a number. You can do this any type of way you want. You don't have to say give me a number. You could just say x equals input and then just like get a number. You don't need a prompt because there's just practice, there's just learning. So I'm gonna say x, give me a number, and then we're just gonna go ahead and convert this x into an int, so you don't have to worry about it later. You could also just type in this, but we're just gonna do int x. Then after that, you're gonna do if. Okay, actually no, let me explain it first. So what do all even numbers have in common? They are all divisible by 2. And if something is divisible by 2, well, when an even number is divisible by 2, they don't have a remainder. So that means their remainder is 0. So if the remainder is 0, how do we check the remainder? We use the modulus, right? Cool. So that's going to be our condition. We're going to say if x modulus 2 equals 0, then print number is even. Then else, since there's nothing else it can be, this is a binary choice, it is number is odd. And save that. And that's all there is to it. I will admit, okay, so like if you do this before the if statement, my apologies. Like if you took this calculation, you can do calculations in your if statement. And you can also do multiple calculations in your if statement by using and you and another condition and another condition and another one. Then yeah. So yeah, we just check this. Clear. I don't know why I just did that, but test. Give me a number 2. Number is even. Then we're gonna do it again. 45. Number is odd. We can do 4. A giant long 4. Number is even. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and hope you have a good one. See you in the next video. Peace.